When I was 8, my dad bought me my first Apple Watch. Initially, I expected to experience the most advanced technology, since I was really crazy about those electronic devices at that age. Since then, I checked every notification of health on my watch. Whenever I heard beep from my watch, I knew it was the time to stand for another 1 minute, or I still had to rapidly walk for 80 minutes to complete my fitness circle. Additionally, it was the key to communication. When I met my friends or classmates, they asked me about the functions of my watch, as the popularity of smartwatches was not so high at that time. So many people felt curious about my watch. However, it was too heavy and immense for me to wear it everywhere and moment by moment. It was even carving a circle on my wrist. So after that, I bought a new electronic wearable device, a band. Compared to the previous watch, it was much smaller and lighter. So I got no sense about it. Sometimes, I even forgot to charge it. I was amazed to discover that it possessed some functions that weren't equipped on Apple Watch, such as the degree of blood oxygen saturation and stress index, though they weren't very precise. Nevertheless, I found problems as well. I wore this band to sleep last night, and this is the report generated by it, which states that I got 75 points for my sleeping quality, and it exceeds 62% of my peers. It isn't a good sleeping quality, right? So after I left my dormitory, I predicted if I would get sleepy on class today. But how could I predict my feelings of the future? Just by a set of data and algorithms? I immediately realized these ridiculous settings, including walking for another 80 minutes to complete my fitness circle. Our health has been quantified through those electronic devices, and we must reach some specific numbers to qualify our objective wellness. Let's go back to initial settings. Why did I choose to buy a smartwatch for advanced technology? And why do most consumers decide to purchase an electronic wearable device? According to a research on National Library of Medicine, there is also a small but growing population of wearable users specifically interested in the concept of self-discovery via personal analytics, the quantified self-movement. For most consumers, they aim to improve their health conditions and living habits through electronic devices. From psychological perspectives, uncertainty is equal to danger. On the other hand, they can convert their uncontrollable external distributions into reasonable facts through electronic devices, and which will lead to a sense of safety. According to the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, safety is one of the psychological needs of humans. This flourish of electronic wearable devices is partially caused by this psychological theory. However, it currently brings anxiety to users. It forms a conflict with the aims of purchasing electronic wearable devices. While users expect to seek healthier conditions from them, they even intensify the situation of mental problems. Some people might interpret that they merely ensure physical health, and that is enough. But from World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of infirmity or physical disease. They especially point out that the absence of this physical disease or infirmity cannot generalize the definition of health. Well, every person or machine is telling us who we are, we actually lose the right of interpretation to ourselves. The point is the difference between qualitative and quantitative. Please do not just let electronic wearable devices to quantify your health, as the feeling of wellness depends on your own self. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, Daniel Goleman said. In order to qualitatively define ourselves, we can pay more attention to our own opinions. Our own ideas are crucial to accomplishing our goals. On top of that, numerical data should not be excessively explained. They are likely to influence our subjective thoughts and weaken self-awareness. Hopefully, these suggestions can help you find the subjective well-being in life. Again, objective numbers steals subjective wellness, and self-awareness eliminates the barrier in digital age, and rebuilds the sense of well-being in life, which is a significant characteristic in life. That's all of my TEDx speech. Thank you for your time.